The second letter in the Russian or Cyrillic alphabet is B, or a B sound. Capital B looks like this. Lowercase b looks like this. In writing, we'll start with the capital B. It begins with a stroke that is used in many capital letters as we work through the whole alphabet. The first one that we encounter it in is in the B. So you start with this, it kind of looks like a slightly angled J with a small hook on the bottom. We then put the cap, so to speak, on the B. In some versions of this, they just make a straight line over. It's up to you. Then you lift and you put the belly, so to speak, on the B. So if you're following along in a handout, go ahead and write out a few capital B letters. So the J, that, and the belly. In some versions, in sets of instruction, they will say that you can connect out like that, coming out of the B. I prefer not to, but it's really up to you. So you can write out a few capital B letters. B. Lowercase b is like nearly all lowercase letters. It's a high in connect letter, meaning it starts here near the midline of your space. So the lowercase b starts here, loops around and makes essentially a circle, and then continues up and curves around like this. So this is a lowercase b. You'll notice though that I lift right here. This is the only lowercase letter that does not connect to the following letter. So make your B lift, and then start your next letter with no connection between it. So write out a few B examples, lowercase, on your sheet if you're following along. So, connections. Coming into a B, as I mentioned, B, like most cursive lowercase letters, is a high in connect or a high starting letter. The starting point for our B is here. So if we're coming out of a low out connect letter, such as A, meaning when you finish the stroke of the letter, the connection that you make is low out the bottom. And we have an interesting challenge in that if we wanted to connect into a B, I said B is a high in connect. So we have a low out and a high in. How do we get from here to here? Well, you just keep drawing when you start your B up to there. So without stopping, if you were to draw an A followed by a B, so practice that, A to a B. So a low out connect coming into a high in, and in fact most lowercase letters will work just like this, so you get used to connecting them. So a high in connect, my favorite for that, for showing from a high out to a high in, is the letter O. So I write my O, and O ends somewhere right there. B begins here. How do I connect them? Well, I just angle over and into it, or I can follow the loop of the B. You don't connect them once you've written them. You do this one into the other. So an O into a B could look like that. O, B. So write out a few of these. So coming out of a high out connect into a high in, just angle over and connect them. So these are our in connects. So we have a low, and we have a high in, low in. Now connecting after a B, well, like I said, since you lift, it doesn't matter what comes after. A B into an A, you just lift, start the next letter. A B into an N, which is a high in connect. Also, you just stop here, lift, and off you go. So this is capital and lowercase print B, and then in cursive and handwritten our capital B and our lowercase b.